Hello everyone. Welcome to another review. It's Friday and it's review time. Here we go again. Hope you've all had a great week. And today we're going to be looking at the South London network, which is a route add-on again for Train Simulator. Yay! So here we go. What is it? What you're going to get? Is it any good? The usual caveats around playability, value for money, all that kind of stuff. You're used to it by now. So what is it? So the South London network route add-on for train simulators by Dovetail Games came out sort of the end of 2014. It covers I kind of want to say the majority of the south of London, but there's a few caveats on that, and I'll get to it later. But it includes a lot of the London terminuses, things like London Victoria, which I think is in the London to Brighton route. That's included. London Bridge is included. There's loads of places like Crystal Palace, Battersea Power Station, all around there, East Croydon, West Croydon, and it basically covers all the sort of inner circle route and the outer circle line. Londoners will probably know more than me about that kind of stuff. But you've got places like Millwall Football Grounds covered, Tower Bridge, London Bridge, Crystal Palace, City Hall, the Shards in it if you're used to sort of monuments and things like that. So you've got sort of point to point, you haven't got a very big distance, but sort of in an area, you've got quite a lot. I think the inner circle line's around 9 miles, and the outer circle line is 16 miles. What else do you get with it? Well, you get the class 456 and the class 375. Obviously, one of them we've had many times before. If you've got the London to Brighton route, which is the 375, it comes in a different livery, and I can't remember, and I haven't got it to hand. Yes, I'm crap. Sorry, Southeastern, that's what it comes in, Southeastern class 375. You get that, and you get Southern Trains class 456. So yeah, you get 2 locals that you can use, and you get 7 scenarios, which, you know, it's all passenger services, it's all third rail, and I quite like this. It's, you know, I don't know what it is about sort of train simulator add-ons, but sometimes when you look at them, certainly I only play UK routes, but certainly the UK routes, it almost feels like different people create them. You know, we looked at Midland Main Line last week, and just the feel of it and the look of it looks different, and I can't put my finger on it, but this one feels better. It's got a similar feel to the Trent Valley route. That really feels real, and I just can't quite put a finger on why, but this looks and feels better than the London to Bedford route, which is odd, you know. And it's not a geography thing. It's just how the surrounding things look and feel, and maybe the colour and the palette and things that they're using for the assets and stations and things like that. But this it's got a really nice feel about it. I really do like it. It is just passenger. You know, it's all these commuter services around the south of London. So obviously, when I talk about values for money and variety, all that kind of stuff, you are stuck to passenger services. But it's really good. I think, being that you know, I've purchased the Armstrong Powerhouse class 456 as well as the default one, and I've got quite a lot of scenarios with that. And they've kind of obviously simulated how busy this route is. So if you've got kind of really well simulated scenarios, this is great. It's a really busy route. It feels really, really good. The standard scenarios are the usual Dovetail Games scenarios. You see a couple of classes of locomotive, and occasionally it feels like the apocalypse has hit because you don't see trains for ages. Considering this is probably one of the busiest networks in the UK, you kind of expect to see them a little bit more often. But that again it's my usual gripe with every with every route add-on that we get, especially if you're not a scenario creator like I'm not. It's really, really good. If I'm going to be overly critical, and if you're a regular subscriber, you will know me by now. I try and give a balanced opinion, and like you guys, I just want the best damn simulator that this can be. I want it to be as good as it can be. And if I've got to be overly critical about certain things, then so be it, and hopefully somebody will take note and changes happen. What am I going to gripe about? Well, this area overlaps with the London to Brighton route. East Croydon's in there, West Croydon's in there, Battersea Power Station, that's in the London to Brighton route. So they overlap really, really nicely. And I was kind of hoping that as you get further into London, that these routes, you'd have commonality. So obviously, I've mentioned that Victoria's included, which is in the London to Brighton route. So we've got this common thing where you think, oh well, I could drive part of a scenario that starts here, potentially goes to here, and then I've got to change scenario route packs, but then I can continue this journey somewhere else. And for me, that's great. So I've got West Coast Main Line over Sharp, Preston to Carlisle. I can then do Carlisle to Glasgow, West Coast Main Line North. I could do Carlisle to Settle. All that I've got, and it's brilliant. My gripe with this, and you'll pick up part of this from the London to Bedford route, is that it's not complete. So you get to kind of London Bridge and it doesn't go any further, and the line that you kind of expect to join up with the London to Bedford route isn't there. So in an ideal world, I'd like to do Bedford to London and then London to Brighton, or if I had to do that middle bit in the South London network, then great. But they've covered the south of London but missed sort of key bits out in the middle, which is I find quite frustrating. It's they could have put some real thought into it and just added them little extra bits, and it would have been amazing. It'd have been a no-brainer for anybody, especially somebody who's a completionist. But you've done it again to me, Dovetail Games. It's not that hard just to do that little bit extra. And then if you think, oh well, what I'll do is I'll buy the North London network because that will fill in the gaps. No. That's got St Pancras, yay, but there's bits missing and things don't overlap again, and it's really frustrating. As a person that would quite happily, you can see it on the map at the north there is that sort of key bit missing in the middle, and it's like, oh guys, come on, it really, really can't be that hard. You've done it before, don't do it again. So yeah, there you go, you can see the bit in the middle missing at the top where I think that goes up to St Pancras. If they'd have put that in, it would have been brilliant, but no. But as a whole, this route is brilliant. Full stopping services. It's not one of them you're driving for an hour and nothing happens. You just got a bit of speed restriction changes, stuff like that. I think this would appeal to somebody who potentially has half an hour and just wants some really entertaining and engaging scenarios on a busy network. Stopping services, it would be great. I've just got a baby girl who's 12 weeks old. I can't be playing this for an hour and a half on the long drag stuff. So something like this fits my current play style, play availability, if you want to call it that, perfectly. Obviously things will change. I could hopefully go back to playing it for an hour and a half and do the long haul stuff from Carlisle to Glasgow again. But for sort of quick playing, 20 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes tops, I think this fits a really, really nice niche. And I think if you get the extra pack from Armstrong Powerhouse, they haven't done a scenario pack, I'm hoping that they do, but there are some really good scenarios that they've included with their locomotive on this network, then I think you're on for an absolute winner. How much is it? So at the moment it's on the Steam store for $24.99. It's the usual price for stuff. I think it's pretty reasonable for what you get. I think there's bits missing that they could have done and it would have been even better. But that's just me being me and saying, please guys, come on, just give us that little bit more, and then it would be amazing. So yeah, that is the South London network. Again, if you guys have got any criticism, good or bad, let me know in the comment section. I will reply to everybody. If you don't like something, let me know. If you did like it, please click the like button and please click the subscribe button, and hopefully every week we're going to get something. We're going to get some more reviews up every week. We're going to get some local reviews very, very shortly. Hopefully I'm going to do a comparison between the default class 456 and the Armstrong Powerhouse one, and other things like that. So yeah, all good stuff to come. As usual, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in a week's time. Bye bye.